Good morning, friends. It's Linda here from my fantasy homestead. We are out and about for a walk again, which means we are foraging. And I left the house at 5:30. Yeah, ish. I came out so early because there will be fewer people, and I already seen two. So I didn't get anywhere far from people. It is like 6:05 now. I've been walking all this time to get here, and we are looking today for elderflower. Elderflower is really good, and I'm aiming to make some cordial from it. If anyone knows, cordial is, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's basically like syrup that you dilute it with water and you have lemonade. And I'm thinking about freezing it this year. I know that elderflowers are in bloom because there is a bush outside of my house, and I keep gauging from it if it is ready or not, and just checking if there's anyone behind me. We had the runner and a person going to work this morning, but I know that people use bikes and everything here. Yeah, so I use the elderflower bush in front of my house as the gauge to see when elderflower is in the season, because I do not want to forage from in front of my house because of the cars. And when there's so many cars, that means, ow, my arm's dropping off, holding you guys. It means that the pollution will settle on the blooms, and then you need to really thoroughly wash it, which you can't do because it's organic matter. You know, you can wash apples, but how do you scrub flowers? You can't really. So you need to find a place away from people in the middle of the fields. I already see some elderflowers blooming just down there. So we're going down there, and we're gonna pick responsibly. I'm always waiting for them to be like in a full season, because then I do not take away from the pollinators as well. Because if you pick the first ones, it means that the bees and all of the solitary bees and all the pollinators come in for the first flowers, and if you have pinched them, they have nothing to eat, so they die. So you go when they're in full swing, and you like take maybe 10% and then leave it for the next person, okay? Forage responsibly. Whew. I like walking, but walking these kind of distances is a bit tedious. So I need it. I definitely need it, because I changed my jobs last year, and I'm working 9 to 5 from home now, from sitting position. And I used to be very active, and I would walk 10,000 steps before 10 a.m. and I would work like random shifts. And now I'm sitting. Now I'm averaging approximately like only 1,000 steps a day, so I need to increase it. I definitely need to increase this. Oh wow, they are in bloom. I don't know if you can actually see it now, but see that? I can't get to that because all of this grass here, there's a ditch behind it, and a deep one. It's about like 3 meters deep, because this field floods. And yeah, I have walked in here when, imagine like the water is literally like lapping at the sides of the path, and the path is like about like 5 millimeters out of the water, which is really weird looking. Some kind of vine growing here. Ooh. Okay, we're here, and we're gonna start picking some. Few from each tree. Oh, okay. So there are many different varieties of elderflower, and they come into bloom in different times. Like this one has some brown ones already up there, which means it's already finishing flowering. This one has some buds, but no brown ones, so it means it's just starting. It's so strange. Yeah. Look at it. There's a finished one. Yeah. I'm just gonna go and check my favorite one, see if it's in bloom. It's slightly later one, so I don't expect it to be fully in bloom. See, this one has mostly just the buds. Bad news. I went to the path where I used to pick my elderflower, and it's this path, but I do not remember it being so wide. And then I was looking for the tree that I really liked and that had the flowers the size of dinner plates, literally like bigger than my hands at the moment. Someone chopped it down. This is it. This is the baby growth of it, so you can't really kill it, but the stump is underneath there, and yeah, this awesome grove of elderflower is no more. So I need to find another spot for me to pick. Kind of sad, but things change, and the path is wider now because it was literally elderflower leaning over it. It was gorgeous, but oh well, we're gonna find somewhere else. Found some more on the main path. And more ahead of me as well, a little bit, but it's only 2 trees, so I am not picking that much because I want to leave a lot. Though there is loads that I wouldn't be able to reach, so who knows. But I need to leave it for the other people as well, so I'm not taking that much. I'll probably take some of the blooms, but the ones down, see, this is the problem. They haven't opened yet. Like we have, like this one is kind of opened, but it has like 1/3 of it. It's not opened yet. So, and I think someone else has been picking already because I see little stumpies, which is okay. Sharing is caring. I will get on with it and grab some because I do need some. I'll see you in a bit. A couple videos ago I misidentified hawthorn, so today I'll bring you hawthorn, the real stuff. I don't want to go deeper in here because I know that there is like a ditch with lots of water in there, but this is hawthorn. Has little leaves like that, and at this time of year it's either still flowering or it's finished, and it's pink, sometimes a bit whitish, sometimes a bit more reddish. Ta-da! I am so sorry for misidentifying, and I felt so bad about it for some time. So there is the real thing. And this hawthorn is white. Ta-da! So they come all in different shades. Good luck spotting them on your journeys if you are in UK. I don't know if it blooms anywhere else. There's another one. Let me just get the branch down for you. Look, gorgeous, isn't it? Whew. It's dropping its leaves now. Just like I'm covered in them. And, oh, ow! I dislocated my ankle just now, and I am. Look, there's another one. Someone's watching me film, and I am feeling really conscious about this. This is weird. Whee! Going through the gate, and over a footbridge. I am so disheveled. I am so sorry for my appearance. There's more elderflower. I have gone through all of my usual haunts and sorted everything out, and I have a basket full, which is great. And now we're just gonna go and get some rose petals, and then home to make some cordial. It's 8 o'clock in the morning now, so I have been walking for 2.5 hours. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I have enough time to get rose petals, I think. I need only like 6 handfuls for the cordial, and I know where roses grow, so I will show you in a bit when I get there. I'm home now, and I'm on my lunch break at the moment. The elderflowers have been sitting in the basket since I left them here. I managed to get home 10 to 9, just before. Whew. I have 2 recipes. One recipe is with just elderflower, the one I usually make, and the other one is with rose petals and elderflower. I'm thinking we're gonna start with boiling the water first. 1.5 liters, 1.5 liters. Both pots will need 1.5 liters of water. And I will do them separately because then I can manage the sugar amount in the syrup. And then to this we're gonna add a specific amount of sugar. Let me check. So the elderflower cordial usually takes 2.2 kilos of sugar, but I always find it too sweet, and I am thinking about lowering the sugar amount this year to maybe like 1.5 kilos. What could go wrong? I might not like it, but it's fine. I'm experimenting. And then the other one, the rose petal one, will need 1 kilo of sugar. I'm thinking this is gonna be the normal one, and that's gonna be the rose one, so I remember. So that will have 1 kilo, this will have 1.5 kilos of sugar. One and a half won't fit. So remember, it's 1.4 now. I ended up putting 1.7 in there. 1.7 kilos. And this is empty. That's like really fast. I've gone through this with rhubarb and now this, and it's gone. I need to buy more sugar. I like to have backups for when I cook, so that I can just, like, for example, for now, we just ran out of sugar, so I could just open another one. But this is my last one, so I need to buy 2 more just to have it in a backup. I can't leave any sugar anywhere because I have an ant problem. And then we need a zest of 2 lemons. I just find that this is easier, especially if you need to infuse. Just peel the lemon and then you juice it as well. So the juice as well from them. 1. And I'm splitting it up in different portions. So what I found is that if I put, like, I cut the lemon in chunks, because that I did that in the first year, it turned out quite bitter, and I researched it, and it turns out that if you add this white stuff, the pulp, it will turn it bitter, and the pips as well. So we're just zesting it now. This is the best lemon juicer I have ever had in my life. Not that I have had many. The previous one I had was the one where you shake it with your hand, you know, like, and then if you have any cuts or any abrasions in your skin, oh, you can feel those. Definitely, you can feel those a lot. Well, the water's almost like dissolved all of the sugar. I'm just gonna wait for it to boil up so it can sterilize the liquid, and while that's doing, I am gonna finish off well, I haven't started yet, washing the elderflower heads. Dun, dun, dun. They're getting a little bit floppy. I just need to rinse them really, really fast, because what adds the flavor to the cordial is the pollen in the flowers, so you do not want to wash it away completely. And then I have this little, like, forager's pouch with rose petals that I picked this morning. Like, really fast. And I need to rinse these as well. I got this pouch from a friend. He sold it to me for £5, which is like awesome value. I did give him like a freshly baked sourdough loaf and some candied jalapenos in a jar. So bartering system is active, I think. They're just sticking to everything. They do smell like roses though. Oh, very nice. I have just put my birds out as well in a cage. in a small cage so that they can enjoy the sunbathing. And they're gonna be there for about an hour until they come in. All of them are enjoying it except for one. He always screams. All he wants to do is nest under my desk. This one's boiling, this one isn't. So we can stop that one. This one's almost done. Just need to dunk some of these. I think I'm going to split them in 50-50. And just add the 2 roses so they can dry in. Just a gentle dunk. The recipe asked for 25 to 30 large heads of elderflower, but I have very tiny ones, so I'm counting it in half. So approximately 60. It will be fine. I usually just go by the basket size. 1 basket, 2 lots of cordial. And then I will probably go again sometime soon, within like next week or so. And I am gonna do a little bit of foraging for the tea. I'll probably not show it to you guys, but I'll definitely will go. I need 2 jars worth of tea, which is another basket, for my winter, because I drink 2 jars of elderflower tea per winter. I have like this much left in the jar. And by the time the chamomile is gonna come into season, I will have finished my chamomile as well. I go through 1 jar of that. I try to be like conscious about how much I take from the fields. To assemble these, I have just 2 food grade buckets. We will drop this in here with the rose petals. Putting the other one to drain while we wait. And then we pour the hot water over it, add the lemon peel and the juice, and citric acid. I think it was 50 grams and 50 grams each. These packets are 30 grams each. I have 3 packets, so I'll split it in half. It was strange for me when I came here, because in Latvia you can buy citric acid as a spice, but in UK it's over counter at the pharmacy and they ask you what you're gonna do with it, and I was like, I'm gonna make cordial. And the lady just looked at me weird. It was so strange. So that's the pure elderflower. These are the roses. My round pot was the roses, so it was 1 liter, 1.5 liters of water with 1 kilo of sugar, and the other one was 1.7 kilos of sugar for 1.5 liters of water. Now we mix them up. If it's sitting like this, don't worry, it will lower and blanch and just like collapse on itself. It will all be underwater. And then we wait for this one, it's for 2 days. I don't know if I'm gonna wait for 2 days for this one, but for this one it's 24 hours. I accidentally blanched one of the flowers, and instead of golden they turned brown. Straight off. That's how they're gonna turn all of them. And that's basically it. I'm just gonna put these on the side, and then I'm just gonna strain them, decant them into jars or bottles. I have 1 liter bottles, and then I'm thinking I'm gonna freeze them, because these would last about 3 to 4 months in the fridge, 3 to 4 weeks outside of the fridge before it starts growing something and they're not edible anymore, which has happened with me before. And then frozen indefinitely, well, up to a year. So I want to have elderflower lemonade in the middle of the winter, so I am going to freeze them. And I have a big freezer and I'm very happy about it, so I'm going to do that. If I don't see you again, it depends. I'm very busy tomorrow and Saturday. I will see you some other time. Thanks for watching and bye. Good morning. I have just come back from a walk. It's 8:15 in the morning. I picked enough elderflower for my tea. Da da da. So this is gonna become the tea. It's been 24 hours. Phew. It's been 48 hours now, and the elderflower cordial is ready. I just left them all just in case, both of them. So we're gonna be straining it this morning and then filling it in these jars, and then I'm gonna freeze it. Ooh. The rose one first, and it looks okay-ish, slightly pink. Oh, it's definitely pink. Oops. I don't have much time before I need to go to work, so I'm trying to do this all and put the elderflower to dry as well before work today, because tomorrow I'm in London and I'm not here. I need to do this today. Look at the color. It's red. Never made one with flowers before, so that is interesting for me. And I have washed and sterilized these. These are 1 liter ones. Let's see how much we get. I do not want to fill it completely because I will be freezing it, and when you freeze a liquid it expands, so I will leave some room for it to expand. But this is so pretty. smells so lovely. This one definitely is not going to be pink. This is always golden. Though it kind of looks like it. Maybe the pink from the roses didn't actually like come in that much, and I'm just seeing the color from the pollen from the elderflowers. I'm gonna compost all the scraps, which is gonna be okay. I'll deal with that later. If there's no color difference, how am I gonna be able to tell when they're frozen which one I'm pulling out of the freezer? Now I'm thinking that I might need to label them. Oh no, there's definite color difference when I put them into the bottle. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be able to tell. It's fine. Make it more presentable. I got 3 yellow ones, so that's the pure elderflower. Just gonna put it there. And then 2.5 of the rose ones, which is awesome. 2.5. This one had a little bit of like pure elderflower left, like smidgen, maybe like that much, so I put it together because this is gonna go in the fridge for fresh drinking. But otherwise, look how pretty they are. And I started on the tea as well from the leftovers that I had in my basket last time, and they are dry. There they are. Sorry if you can hear my husband, he's just woken up, so he's walking around. But I just put these in a jar, and then I need 2 jars per year. I know that, because that's how much I go through. And it packs really well down as well. Can you see all of that pollen? That's the good part. It tastes amazing. Half a jar. I was right. I'll measure it by pressing it down, and then you can kind of see how much you have, which is about half a jar. And then I'm just gonna put the rest of it to dry today, so it's fresh and nice and golden color. And over the year it becomes like brownish, so in the spring, just before the elderflower season, when I'm like left with like little bits of dregs of it, I just drink like brown tea. It still comes out golden and it still tastes awesome, but the flowers degrade over time, and I keep them in a cupboard so they're dark and you don't see sunlight. I'm looking for, oh, there they are, the lids. These are actually repurposed pickle jars. I like pickles, sweet gherkin, and the jars are awesome because they're like uniform. I like the brand. I just take the labels off and I have liter jars. Thank you for watching today and hanging out with me over these couple of days and preparing some nice cordial. I don't know how to pronounce it. Infusion for lemonade throughout the winter. I'll see you next time.
Bye friends!